Meowdy Earthlings, welcome back to another video. How have you guys been? If you guys are new here, my name is Jay, aka the Space Mom, and welcome to this pick a card reading. If you guys have been here before, then I thank you so much for tuning in once again and for your continuous support. If you're interested in getting any personal readings from me, then the link to my Etsy shop is down in the description. If you're interested in any free card pulls, I do those on my Instagram, and I also do free horoscopes on my Twitter. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to follow me at Space Mama. Moving on to what our question is today, it is what this person thinks of me. So it could be about anybody, or it could be like a generalization of people, how you come off to people. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Here are your options. Hello, here are your options. If you want me to talk about the crystals, this is Sunstone, Angelite, Peacock Ore, and Garnet, I believe. So yeah, please remember to only take what resonates and to leave what doesn't. This is a collective reading, and sometimes the messages simply aren't for you. If you are looking for specific messages and they don't resonate, then I do hope that you find the right reader and the right messages that you are looking for, and I thank you so much for tuning in anyways. If you want something more specific and more accurate to your own personal situations, like I said, the link to my Etsy shop is down in the description, and there you could even see my pricing and whatnot. If you need a little bit more time choosing your option, you can go ahead and pause this video now, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, option ones. If you chose the Sunstone or the Panther, then this is what this person or these people think of you. So your main energy here being the Panther, it is fire energy, with the fire element being here. So you could have a lot of like Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It doesn't have to be though, but what I'm getting from this is that you're very protective of the things that you love, the things that you care about. And I think that you're very quick on your feet. The only color in here is like the yellow and the green. So the yellow has to do with the solar plexus, and the green has to do with the heart chakra. So those, like having those elements, or gives me like this feeling that you are that you're loving and you're encouraging. I think you are that encouraging friend, someone who isn't afraid to be themselves. You know, this is someone who is very clear with either their needs, who they are, and I feel like you're very unapologetic about it, which is interesting because the Sunstone has to do with like the lower chakras and like the sacral, which is more about emotions and creativity. So you could also have those elements in your personality. So a very fiery person, very bold. Okay, going with my tarot. What's going on from option ones? How does this person perceive you, see you, or these people? You have the Queen of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. Two of Swords reversed. The Strength. And on the bottom of the deck, you got the Two of Pentacles. I'm actually not taking reversals. I don't know why I said reversed, but I'm not taking them today. How do these people perceive you? See you? You're very honest with your words. Very honest with your words. I feel like you're very straightforward. Especially with the Strength card, Queen of Swords being here. I was also getting another thing about like intuition or like instinct because of the Panther. I was getting that when I was like shuffling. You possibly have a lot of instinct, or in this case a lot of really great observation skills, because I was really focused on the eyes in this Panther card. So this tells me like you are seen as someone who observes and analyzes and gathers information through that sense before taking some sort of action. You're the type of person to get your facts straight. Very knowledgeable too. I don't know if you're in school, you're studious, you're witty, but there's also this element of you being really fearless when it comes to, like, you see the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. The Strength card is in between there, so I think that you have really great judgment, even if people are trying to confuse you. You know what to do, and I think that you are the type of person to get upset and defend if someone is in the wrong, or there's something about like morality and like calling people out. I think it has to do with the protectiveness of things. I think you are the Strength card, and I think you're going to protect anyone from confusion, from deceit, because I think that being the Queen of Swords, you're not the type of person to do that. You give the energy of transparency in a sense, so you expect that energy from whoever it is that you're dealing with. So that's basically how this person is seeing you for the most part. So let's pull out more cards here. You have Rebel, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. You also have Pisces. Birthday, a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. Use your hands. Positive thinking. Okay. Ooh. And then we have misunderstanding. We have you are highly thought of. And then you also have flute, disappointment in lover or friend. Okay, the first thing I got was from these cards, and I felt like it correlated with the tarot here. I'll go with your song message later, so. I think when there are, a lot of people will think highly of you because when there are disappointments, there are misunderstandings, you are that person to be protective over your friends, over the truth, and you're gonna like bring that out. I think you are very rebellious in a sense, and I think you challenge you do challenge authority. I think you are the type of person to march to the beat of your own drum. This could be my hippie pile because the Pisces energy is also here. I was talking about intuition, instinct, but in this case, they're with Pisces. Yeah, they have to do with spiritualism. So I don't know if you could possibly be into that, but it says strong can be turned. Pisces can be turned back towards the world through faith and hope. Yeah, so you have a dreamy like energy to you, and I think it's because of how like your mind works. I think that you could be very into philosophy. If that's the case, you could be into like social work, activism, very protective energy, right? And I think that I don't know if you're into pottery. It's possible that you're into pottery or like painting, anything with your hands, anything with like building, taking things apart. I'm also seeing that maybe your hands are just really nice, or you are just a very creative person. Like whatever you touch, whatever you do, it turns into something. You could mold something out of nothing. And I think that you're a very fun party person, or at least this person sees that, or these people see that. You're fun to go out with and drink and do all that fun stuff. Because I think that, the wittiness comes in, and I think that you like nurturing others with, the encouragement that I was talking about, the positive thinking. I think because you try to have a positive mind, you try to aggressively remind those that you care about staying positive and encouraging them to keep going. So you are that friend for them to really just be there for. You'll be there for them. I think you are also the type of person to see both sides of the story, both sides of the situation before making any like rash judgments. And I think that a lot of people, or whoever this is, sees that you're not with the bullshit. You're gonna cut the bullshit out because you are a very positive person. You try to stick with the positivity. Not toxic positivity though, like you do understand the ups and the downs of things. But yeah, you were just like admired a lot because of how you carry yourself, or how you think, or what you're interested in. And most especially how you're protective over your friends or your family, and how honest you are too. A lot of people, or this person, admires that. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off my mic if this is all I'm getting, because I'm gonna pull out charms and then we're gonna go over your song. Okay, hello, I'm back. Okay, so for personality traits, people see you as courageous, intuitive, and practical. The signs for this is Aries, Cancer, and Virgo. Okay, there's something about seeing both sides, two sides, all the time, because you have two skulls here. So I think that you see both sides of the story. I think you're a mediator for a lot of people. Maybe you could be the glue of your friend group, of your family. There's your cheerleader charm. I can't make this up. You're people's cheerleader. You're very supportive. You're a very supportive friend. A lot of people see you as very strong. So you have a lot of indications about strength here. You're the type of person to persevere. And I think that, yeah, a lot of people see that you have a lot of beauty in you, whether that be physical or, I just heard prowess. So I don't know if it's your strut, your walk, something about that too. You have elephant here. It has to do a lot with family, to me, because they're always in herds. Also, like seahorses is about family and togetherness and staying in a pack. Could be some sort of like leader, or people find you like a leader of a pack. Your anger is something that is scary, that a lot of people dig and like they like it for other people, just not them. I think a lot of people try not to like fuck with you, because you even have an axe here. I don't know if you're willing to throw hands or something. You're like very confrontational. Could really like Disney, a Disney person. Maybe you're always there, or or you're like a huge fan of like the movies. You have fish, more Pisces energy, so that's about finding direction, spirituality. Snowflake. Okay, there's indications of Christmas, so I don't know if you're a really good gift giver or you're very thoughtful. Your words can be very icy sometimes. You could be very cold. And I think that with the candy cane, you could be very sweet too. So you're cold but sweet. And you have butterfly here. Maybe you like butterflies, or you just went through a glow up or a really huge transformation. You have a lot of love here with the heart. And a lot of people find you very educated, very smart. Okay, like I've been saying with the graduation day. So those are the charms. And then your song message, before I forget, is True by Spanu Ballet. So that's their song for you. But True is talking about being authentic with your feelings. So I don't know if this person wants to be true to you, or that you have a lot of like authenticity with how you feel and what you do. So yeah, that is the message for you, option number 1. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading and it was accurate to you. If you like, subscribe, or comment down below. I thank you so much for the support and interactions. This is all I have, and I am moving on to my next option. Hi, option 2s. If you chose the Angelite crystal or the unicorn, then this is how these people or person sees you. So the unicorn is correlated with the brow chakra, if I'm not mistaken, in my animal spirit guidebook. The brow chakra is blocked by like the illusion of separation. So I think that you have a lot of awareness of your surroundings, of yourself, of the universe. Maybe you get a lot of like intuitive downloads, a very psychic energy, even with the moon being here. Let me see. Yeah, reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. Okay. Yeah, so you're a very curious individual. You're always asking questions, deeper questions. This is kind of similar to option number one's, but it's different in a sense where you know, you're really into trying to find the deeper meaning of like life. You're constantly in contemplation and trying to understand like why we're here. Option number one, you could have been like, you know, attracted to option number one's too. And that's because like both of you have like the hippie vibe, but in their case, they were more like cutthroat. In this case, you guys are more like curious and like dreamy in a sense. I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully I could better explain what I'm trying to say when I pull the cards out. Okay. Question number two's received. Got the Five of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and on the bottom of this deck you have the Queen of Wands. How are you perceived? Yeah, look at this. It's so interesting. This person also has a horn on their head. So there's a lot of like third eye symbolism. There's even a third eye on this person's horn too. The Queen of Pentacles' horn here. I'm gonna bring it closer. I think that I think you're the type of person to see things before they happen, and they're scary accurate. The Five of Cups, Six of Cups. How are you perceived? I also think that you are very attractive to a lot of people, like physically. And I think that you're very into your money. I don't know if you have pets though. The Queen of Wands is usually like the witch, witchy vibe. So maybe that's what I was talking about. The difference is that you're more witchy, while in number one they're more like hippie like, and they're like about social change. But in your case, you're very into your money, you're very into your career, you're very nurturing, and you're all about like consistency and foundation with your relationships, your connections. I think that there's also a side of you that's very adventurous with the Knight of Wands and then the Queen of Wands being here. I think that you are the type of person to like talk the talk and walk the walk. And I think that so what's sticking out to me is like the Five of Cups and then the Ace of Cups, and that makes the Six of Cups. So I don't know, this is like a really specific question, specific message, but it's like I'm seeing somebody who gave like help or a handout, even though there was a separation, a breakup, feeling left out towards another person. There was like kindness that was shown, truth, or like understanding. And I think you can read like what's going on or what's going to happen next. I don't know if a lot of people believe you sometimes, but it's because you see so far away that like people won't see it like normal, you know? You have a very keen eye. So let me see what the other cards say. You have Angel. You have Capricorn. You have Travel. Music. Beauty. All right, you have guaranteed success. A sincere wish will be granted. And then you have wealth. So I was talking about money. I was talking about making your bed. You have wealth and you have Capricorn here. They're all about the consistency in their work and a work that they really love. They are the sea goat, so they are water and earth. So they are the more emotional earth sign. So I'm just seeing that you put all your passion and emotion into your work too. See, helping those in need with no expectation of return. I was talking about giving a hand. That's crazy. I see that you're very experienced with travel, like you've been to places, you've seen the world, but you also possibly have like street smarts. You have like the beauty and the looks, but you also know how to work outside of like the spiritual realm. Like you're spiritual, but you also can adapt to the physical. You have that balance. You have very good taste in music. Maybe you could be into some sort of instrument. You have instrument talent in playing an instrument, playing the drums, or but your hair too. I don't know. Your hair could be something. There's something about your hair. There's something about your physical appearance with the Queen of Wands, the beauty, and this card here. You could come off pretty angelic too. You might have a lot of star quality. And I think that you are very sincere. You come off very sincere towards people. And I think that comes with the earth energy. Even though you could be into, like, you're always busy, you're always doing something, you're up for the next thing. There's also a part of you that knows when to, like, settle down and be serious. And to also help people if you feel like you can help them progress, you're going to do that. You're going to help them. Help them grant their wish, maybe. You are guaranteed success. A lot of people see that with your wealth, your money, your star quality. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, or a lot of opportunities like modeling or social media is something. But you have, you come off as very successful. So you could be very hardworking, and I heard like oh no, it's left, sorry. But yeah, I think that's what I'm getting here. So let me turn off my mic And then I'm going to pull out charms and whatnot. Alrighty. So for personality traits, you have Sagittarius for optimistic, Libra charming, and Aquarius for friendly. And oh well, there you go. You have a hand of a seer. You're very psychic. Yeah, you're all about having fun too with the dolphin. You're all about like togetherness, going out with your friends. You have a very playful energy, but I think there's also that serious energy too. You see things from a completely different perspective. You see things as a bigger picture, and with this airplane over here, you're definitely seeing things differently from everyone else. I get that you're a ray of sunshine with the sunflower being here. You also have the cheerleader, so you're a very encouraging friend. I'm getting in your sense, this charm also came out for the first pile or the first option, but in their sense, they're aggressively like cheering you on. But in your sense, it's like giving advice. It's like helping them see a different perspective, helping other people see different perspectives. And again, with the star quality here, there's something about beauty. There's something about your physical appearance with the starfish, your anger. For the lightning, it could be anger, but I'm getting your passion. I'm getting your drive and your motivation. And I think that your ideas are very quick. You're on to like the next thing. It says, give a girl the right shoes and she could conquer the world. Marilyn Monroe. Okay, she was known for her beauty. But yeah, they see that you could conquer the world and really get shit done until they have a home. So you could be really into animals too, saving animals, animal shelters. And there's something about the infinity sign. So, I don't know. I'm getting either consistency or that you're really connected with the divine, like I was talking about earlier. So, your song message option number 2 is Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves. So, what I'm getting with that is, I was getting the ray of sunshine thing. I think that you give a lot of people warmth, and I think that you are a lot of people's golden hour. Like you are something or somebody that they love looking at, but because of their beauty, but not just physical, but their inner beauty as well. I think it has to do with like your optimism. You also shine somewhat of a light onto new perspectives or new paths. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, option number 2. So hopefully you enjoyed your reading and it resonated with you. If you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, or comment down below, I thank you so much. This is all I have, so I'm moving on to my next options. Hi, option number 3s. If you chose the hyena or the peacock ore, then this is how these people or this person sees you. Okay, so you could have fire energy within you. The hyena being fire, under the fire, element of fire. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But it doesn't have to be. But I'm getting a very fun and bold and kind of a reckless fun energy with hyena. You see how this hyena is like looking very slyly, like hee, like getting into like mischief. Could be a prankster, could be somebody who is secretive at times. There's a shred of mystery to you because the moon isn't fully out. And the hyena is kind of camouflaged with like the background. But yeah, overall I find I see or feel that you are very humorous, or you're very like social overall. But I think a lot of people perceive you as someone that gets that that people might not know as well as they think. I think a lot of people perceive you as someone who there's more to you than what meets the eye kind of thing. And I think humor and being social and being charming is just a shred of that. And being adaptable to like out there, adaptable to like other people or like parties or situations. But yeah, it's just like touching the surface if people see you that way, you know? And I think people know that it's only touching the surface. So let's see a little bit more of my tarot. Hyena. So you have the 7 of Swords. Oh, the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups. 7 of Swords slipped. Wow, I even said this. I'm yelling. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles. We have one more here. Okay. The Emperor. And then you have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. Sounded like I was making like an announcement. Okay, that was crazy. I said 7 of Swords. It slipped out and literally it popped the frick out. Hello? What's happening? You have 2 7s here. What's interesting is like the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups are similar in a sense of like conveying an illusion or part of the situation. So in the 7 of Cups, in the 7 of Cups' case, it's I mean, they're playing a game here, playing, you know, a controlling game, being looked over by like this monster Grim Reaper thing, along with this little like crony. But like overall it's very like dreamy. Your manifestations are kind of coming in towards you, but you don't really know which one's stable or which offer is stable and which offer isn't. And then with the 7 of Swords, that's all about illusion, in a sense of like trying to hide something, trying to be secretive. It could be thievery, it could be betrayal, you know. But I don't think it's a sense of betrayal necessarily. I think that you just keep a lot of information. I don't know if a lot of people trust you enough, because the fact that you have the 10 of Pentacles here, it tells me like all this information that you have has like built up over time. And it's very rarely that you would, you know, take that mask off and spill the beans. But I think that, I think how people perceive you is like there's a part of you that is deceitful, but in a good way, because the Emperor here is trying to take care of your external factors, trying to like get your ducks in a row. The Emperor's masculine energy, so they're all about, you know, taking action and putting up boundaries. They're all about Mars as well, so very action-oriented energy. With the Page of Swords here, this is all about gossip, and you see how this person trapped this person. I don't know why I'm just like using people's secrets against them eventually. I don't know if it's because people have done you wrong, because the Page of Swords is usually a gossip card, and not all gossip is good gossip. So I don't know if you use it to trap people or to lure people in. But I don't necessarily think it's like super bad, because it's like you've been keeping this charade up for so long, or the information to yourself, you know? So let's see. You have healer, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. You also have Libra. Your desires within reach, have faith as everything is working in your favor. Pleasure. You have courage. You also have a bowl, plenty of material things. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. You also have bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Okay, so I see what they're trying to say now. I was trying to talk about you being funny, fun to be around with, and very loving. You're deeply affectionate, you know, and I think you have a lot to offer with plenty of material things. However, I think there are times when people mess with you because you have bull here. Do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. You do not back down from defending what's yours. You have a lot of courage. Even though you see how this mouse looks very small, but their shadow is really big. Like, I think a lot of people underestimate you. A lot of people see that you're just a chill, funny person, but I think there's a part of you that's an emperor energy and who's willing to defend everyone. And you will put everyone in their place, anyone in their place. You're very big and you're very big on truth and like justice and balance and harmony. So you're going to do everything in your power to keep that, even if it's like, you know, you're going to be dragging someone in the mud. You know, Libras have sharp tongues too. With air energy, you even have the Page of Swords. The Emperor is very cutthroat too. So I'm getting that within the bullshit, you are the type to like, you know, be very social and have fun. But I think there is somewhat of a charade there where it's like, don't fuck with me though. You're there to like, you're very passionate about like helping other people and helping other people heal through like wittiness, through humor and, you know, cheering them up, being the hyena. But there is a sense where it's like people just know not to cross you, or just, you just shouldn't cross you. Let me see. The hyena. Humor, wit, and sarcasm. Fun to be around. A jokester and a crowd pleaser. Time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Yeah. And I think that you are very hardworking on your goals with the Emperor being here, because you have your desires are within reach. Have faith as everything is working out in your favor. Yeah, you put in that hard work, and I think that no matter if people get in the way or people undermine you, then you know, it's always out for your, it's always going to turn out in your favor, because you are loving and you are also a very giving person. I don't know if I don't know why I'm getting like escapism or like drinking and going out and having fun in that sense with pleasure. You could come off that way too. Yeah, just having fun and doing all these things, but people, I think a lot of people got it twisted. This person or these people see that. So yeah, let me turn off my mic and then pull up some terms. Okay, so some qualities about you that you might have. You have trustworthy with Taurus, friendly with Aquarius, and courageous. So you have courageous twice, and that's with Aries. It says live your dream. So I think that a lot of people find you living your dream, being in like with the Emperor and all. They're all about in the reality, in the 3D, and creating their empire. I think you've went through a lot of transformations here. Maybe you went through some sort of ending, and then you have the butterfly being here. So that goes together. You have a sewing machine. So I don't know if you're the type to try to mend things together, or you're about your fashion, jewelry, making your own like outfits. Maybe you have that talent. You have peace sign here. You also have an Aquarius charm. So you have Aquarius twice. They're all about, you know, having fun, friends, being unique. You have a flower here and a dinosaur. Number 3, a feather. Yeah, you have a lot of people find you to be very free, or that you like to have a lot of freedom, free for growth, free to learn. You also have a feather here, so that tells me either like purity or new beginnings. You also have like a Celtic knot here, so I think that you can be very like tight with other people, because if you're trustworthy. You have a lot of friendships, a lot of tight connections. You have the number 3 here, so you're very creative. That has to do with the Empress too, being the number 3 in the tarot. So yeah, you also have dinosaurs. I don't know if you like dinosaurs, you're interested in that, anthropology. anthropology, and I think that you could have like a lot of wisdom being the dinosaur, you know, being old as a dinosaur kind of saying. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for the charms for your song message. It says, let the sun in by the wallows. So, I mean, this is kind of like a love song and like letting the sun in and meaning letting love in. I think that a lot of people just love you in general. I think a lot of people find you to be very warm and to be home-like because you are so social, you are so friendly, and you are so trustworthy. Like, a lot of people would love to have you in their life, or would want to be let into your life, you know, to experience the sun and the warmth of you. So that's kind of what the song is telling me. Hopefully this resonated and it made sense to you. Option number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. If you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, or comment down below. I thank you so much for the support and interacting with me. This is all I have, so I'm moving on to my last options. Thank you so much. Hi, option 4s. If you chose the oyster or the garnet crystal, then this is how people see you or perceive you. Oyster, you could be a water sign, you could have a lot of water, so in your chart, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. The oyster, though, is all about having a lot of inner beauty that a lot of people haven't got to see yet. You could come off very shy to this person or these people, and I don't know if you're the type of person to keep your emotions in, but you're definitely not the type to be, you know, blabbing about like what's going on with you all the time. People might have to pry it out of you, is what I heard. But I also think that a lot of people, you are kind of slow to open up. With this oyster energy, it's like I'm imagining someone slowly opening up the oyster and finding all the goodies, you know, inside. And I think that it takes time for people to get to know you. I think you could come off as a person that has like trust issues, but not necessarily. It's just you're very picky with who you exchange your energy with, and that's totally fine. I feel like being this oyster, you could have so many great qualities and so many wonderful things about you that you know about, that you're aware about, and I can kind of relate to that, like, you know, not wanting to always open up or show all your cards unless, you know, people really, you know, want to get to know us and really go for that. Okay, so now I'm going to go in my tarot to see what's going on. Okay, so how else do people perceive you? Okay, you have the 3 of Wands. The 10 of Cups. The Ace of Wands. How else? Whoa. Okay, the 4 of Cups, and the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands. How are you perceived? Oh. I just heard you don't even see it coming. I think you got so many people so shook. I don't know if you went through some glow up or something. Man. This is specific, but if you're asking for a specific person, they feel super rejected by you. Or, they just feel rejected about, like, how great you look, how wonderful you're doing, how well your life seems to be going. I don't know if they're watching your socials, but, yeah, that's just a specific message. Yeah, you know, I think there's a lot more to you than what people think. I think you throw them a curveball. So what I'm getting right now is like new beginnings, ships coming in, so going on a new path, being really happy with the 10 of Cups. This is about family, get-togethers, celebrations, emotional fulfillment, and like manifesting that. And the Ace of Wands, which is like something new, something some course of action that was taken. And this is what's behind the Four of Cups, like the eyes. So it gives me like this thought of like, I think they had a whole different idea of you, but you come out as completely different from what they thought. You see the Ace of Wands is kind of like their assumptions of you. So a lot of people speculate you. A lot of people, I don't know why that's coming up. I don't know if like things were already going great and then things even got even better for you. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now, because it's already really great on this end, and like to see this is like, I don't even know, like you just got everyone shook. Like, what does that even mean? I think that you're very adventurous. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't see that about you. I think people think you could be the type to like settle down or like get serious, but I think a lot of people see you as family oriented too, and that you have a lot of opportunities come to you. I think that maybe you didn't show a lot of yourself before, and I think right now it's like really showed someone completely different, or showed more of yourself that they haven't seen. And I think it has a lot of people, a lot of heads turning, a lot of people watching you, or this person is specifically keeping an eye and watching you. Yeah, I get this feisty energy that you have. And I think that you might come off as a person that is like softer because of the oyster, but you come out as this Queen of Wands, very bold and hot and sexy. Physical attractiveness is a thing with you as well. I think your style is something that really has people shook, like, wow, really great style. I think that when people see you, it's automatic like assumptions, like what's going on there. Specific message, but a lot of people like your interest in other people, like whoever it is that you're interested in, or everyone just speculating. Like, I don't know if a lot of people have a crush on you. But there's also this like specific message of like thinking of what, like being with you or having a really awesome friendship or what's next, you know. And I think that you might have rejected a lot of people. A lot of people might feel rejected by you because they can't really get in. They can just speculate, you know. So let me get the other cards. Engineer, ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions and common dilemmas. You also have Cancer, Holiday, Sex, interesting, Worthiness, Lobster, financial pinch, birth or conception of a child or enterprise, period of prosperity and abundance. Okay. So the energy that I'm getting right now is that, your creative energy, your creative ideas, your expressions, and your way of resolving things, you really, these are qualities that you don't always show people, and that's what has people shocked. I think maybe you had, a financial pinch, maybe you didn't have everything before, but so many conceptions of like new things in your life, a period of prosperity and abundance. Yeah, like all of these things could have just happened for you. I don't know if you're asking for a specific person that you separated from or group of people you separated from, but this is how they could possibly be seeing you. It was just like this huge glow up, like holy hot damn. It could have been like an Ace of Wands could have been a blow up kind of thing, or a hardship. Yeah, but you come off very childlike, very fairy-like here, with this little fairy here, like having fun, doing their own thing, not giving a fuck. Like that's who you are. You're just doing your own thing and minding your business. And I think that's why a lot of people feel that rejection. But the Cancer card is also about being nurturing and homey and keeping your environment together. So you could make a lot of people feel comfortable if they get really close to you. If people have that privilege or advantage of getting close to you, they will see that you're very like motherly, or that you're very like homey and you love to take care of people and things. You like to get things in order with other people. You have a lot of self-confidence. You have a lot, you know who you are. You have so much confidence, especially with sex here. Maybe this, if you're asking a specific person, this could have been like a friends with benefits thing. They see you as someone who's very sexual. Maybe other people can find you very sexual or very hot or very sexy. Maybe it's the way that you dress. Maybe it could also just be revealing. Maybe you could have tattoos, and a lot of people think that they're really dope, you're really hot. I think that you could come off as very like very liberated, not necessarily like sexual, not to sexualize people. Sorry if that made you uncomfortable, but that's another meaning for it. It doesn't necessarily have to be like anything sexual at all. It could just be something freeing, something liberating. You definitely did that, because I mean you got people shook. Whatever it is that you did, it's like you opened up the oyster or something. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off my mic and then I'm gonna go in with the charms. Okay, I am back. What's up? You have 2 crosses here, so faith could really be something, your spiritual belief, your spirituality. You even have a Hamsa here. So I don't know if a lot of people find that you're like divinely protected, made for an angel. Look at that. There's something about like the divine up there. It's very interesting. You even have like the tree kind of like of life. I don't know if people would want to like build with you, the longevity of like being friends with you, or even having that long-term relationship with you. You have like a bottle opener here, so people could want to drink, have fun, go out. I think that you could be like a party person somewhat. A lot of people might not see that unless they get really close to you. You have the butterfly here, so you went through a transformation. You even have a roller skating thing here, so maybe you started to like roller skate. I don't know why I keep getting like, okay, that's hot. So I don't know if you're looking for somebody that like you like or that likes you, but everything they do, they think it's hot. So that's just like a specific message, but it doesn't have to be. Anyways, yeah, they see that you have like a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors opening. I think you might also have an answer to everything or a solution. Oh yeah, they did already say already said that here in engineer. So yeah, that's what the key symbolizes. You are an anchor, so I think that you are a ground people or things, or you bring practicality into the situation. And what's interesting is that you even have Garnet here, which has to do with the root chakra. And every fair from fair sometimes declines. I don't know what the frick that means. Fair from fair sometimes declines. I don't know, maybe look that up. I'm sorry. We have graduation day, so you're very educated, you're very smart, and I think that, I don't know if you like to travel a lot or you just see things differently. You have a different perspective on things than other people. Yeah, and some qualities about you that people see is like that you're passionate, you're trustworthy and friendly. You have Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. They're all fixed signs, but okay, those are the charms. And then your song message is a space age love song by a flock of seagulls. So this is a love song, and I mean, like, you could have had someone love at first sight. I mean, that explains a lot, because I was seeing that, like, thinking about a first relationship with you. But yeah, this is about love at first sight. Doesn't have to be a romantic thing, but I'm guessing for a lot of you it might be. But if this is not a romantic thing, then I feel like you are just someone that they were supposed to meet, someone that really changed and impacted their life, and in a very divine way. I don't know if you awaken them in some sense, but that's the message I'm getting generally. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Option number 4 is thank you so much for tuning in. If you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, or comment down below. I thank you so much for the support and the interactions. This is all I have, so I'll be seeing you guys next time. Goodbye.